Hey everyone, we're going to create a basic drawing here. So we're going to look at this small flat tip or flathead screwdriver, and we're going to divide it into sections, look at the basic shapes, and build it up from those basic shapes into the final form that you see here. So first thing we want to do is create our guidelines. And we're going to find the center of the screwdriver. So we just need to draw the center line. Okay. So looking at how wide it is, we need to draw kind of a rectangle shape. And about here. So it's not really halfway. The halfway section from here to here is more like right here. But we want to kind of stay true to the proportions of this object. Okay. The stem or the metal part also gets a rectangle, a very skinny one. And right below this area here, we have a little trimmed, narrow section. So we kind of want to bring it in here and here, and I just make little marks as my guides. And since it has a curved shape on the handle, we want to try to follow that. So we need to stay inside a rectangle box though, because the edge of the shape that we drew is pretty much at the edge of the handle. So that helps us to get our curved lines. And we're kind of drawing almost like an egg shape. I like referring to the egg shape because it's a unique kind of a oval shape. It's not a perfect elliptical shape, because an egg shape has a pretty much it is an oval, but one end is a little bit wider than the tip on most eggs. So it kind of does this. So here is more narrow, here is wider when you sketch out an egg, and we kind of have the same thing happening here. So we kind of have a big egg for a handle. Okay, so there's little straight edges on this section of the handle, and from here let's just connect these guys. And then looking at the shape of this area, it kind of like just has a very steep curve. So what we want to do is draw the same thing. And of course it has some extra lines here to hold this in place. And we're going to divide this section in half, just like it is here. Get closer. So it's this section is red, this section is black. We're trying to get close to the screwdriver, but not exactly the same. Okay. I realize mine's a little bit shorter than what I started out with. Okay. I'll go ahead and adjust that. It's just the angle that I'm recording. And when you're sketching, this is actually a real world, an actual thing that happens a lot, is correcting your sketch. I had to correct mine, so it happens all the time. A good portion of drawing is drawing mistakes. You're not going to be able to draw it perfectly the first time around. That's what art is all about, is just trying to get it right. But if you have to fix it, you gotta fix it. Okay, so now there's like a little, some angles happening here on the screwdriver, on the tip of it. So we're just going to draw the same type of angles, and it kind of like flares back on this section. It's skinnier or narrow on the tip, and it gently goes back into the main stem. And it's another line over here, kind of trimmed or shaped, and you have this little wedge right here where they also shaped it when they made the screwdriver. And of course, little details. Okay, this is just a circle. This part is more of a pill shape with two rounded ends, and this will be straight down here, and then continue with your other details. I'm just going to add a few grooves. And there you have it. So basic shape or basic sketch of a tool, simple tool, and the basic shapes that we use to begin our sketches with. Mostly rectangle shapes, oval shapes, egg shapes, circles, straight lines, angles, and that's about it. And guidelines. Guidelines are so important. So here's a similar guideline. The top, the bottom. The bottom is where I made the mistake. Bottom guideline. Finding the center of this thing. See, if you go from here to here, the center is more like here. But our handle extends up to here, so it has a little short stem. There you have it. I hope this video is helpful for you guys in getting better at your sketching and drawing. See you soon.